Good day and welcome back to Elementary 72 Gaming. So this is gonna be a bit of a weird episode because I'm going off script, right? And there's a simple reason for me going off script. I want to start progressing a little bit more, and to be honest, the building kind of sucks. Not that the building sucks itself; it's just that I'm not enjoying the frequency of building that I'm doing at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna empower myself. I'm going to take a trip over to another location, and yes, I'm going with just regular wood arrows. And I already know which location I'm going to. This one out in the middle of nowhere. Now, can I do the next jump? Oh, all done well. For anybody who does not know, in case you're just joining in right now in the middle of a series, I am about to make a trip towards Muda. Now, I have defeated the other three bosses. Um, they're quite simple by comparison to Bone Mass. Even I think Muda is a little bit easier than Bone Mass, if I'm being honest about it. The two hardest biomes, as far as I'm concerned, is the plains and ashlands, because with the amount of damage that those creatures do, you can't even really cope with it without heavy levels of food. Right now, I'm capable of doing some of the upgrades um, to my cooking station, so yeah, I can do that there when I get back. This is a wonderful little meadows right here, just so close. I could have used the raft to get you. And let's just look at the irony behind it. This is the same piece of land connected here. There's no way for me to jump to any of these directly. The number of balls. So yeah, here comes some heavy sailing. I have to make my way around this coast and then I have to head towards. Sorry, I'm just checking these messages that are just coming in. Jeez. I can't believe how terrible my luck is with the wind this time. The wind is directly in my face, so there's no way for me to speed up. That will in fact slow me down. And I'm not looking out for monsters. Ironically enough, I think I did run into a monster at one stage, and I managed to fire off a shot at it, and it evaded me. Oh yeah, just for a reminder, I do keep tons of things at my other base. I have enough stored off at my other base to build a portal anytime I want to at any location, so I can jump over, grab it, and come back. The only reason why I haven't put it on my ship is because I was a bit lazy, to be honest. Oh yeah, Muda is the controller of wind. Generally, when you find the location there is no wind, you can end up going straight to Muda. What about that? Are you kidding me? I'm not going through the pass in between the island. I would rather go around the island. There's enough wind for me to take some speed from it. Oh, so much of black forest. Not good. I was kind of hoping that those were barnacles. A lot of people actually tried to set up base in a blackwood forest, and I understand the reason behind it, and it is quite smart, to be honest. It's one of the more easy areas to settle in. If you have to compare landing in a in a plains or blackwood forest, what is that? No, no, it's a natural pattern. I thought there was something actually glowing in the sky there. And I was gonna be like, what, you put sunlands in or something? I'm capturing as much wind in my sails as I can. I don't want to sail for an hour. Ironically enough, I have played another sailing game which is very similar to this. Not similar in the sense of the game, but similar in the sense of how you sail. Um, and to be honest, I learned to handle the wind quite well in that game. In this game, I'm not as good, if I'm being honest. uh, this is a muskrat. You do get some large continents sometimes on these maps. I've been to one map where there was this massive chunk of land, It was just so wide that it had several of each biome. It was one of the worst experiences I went through. The reason why it became so horrible was you couldn't get anywhere quickly. Everything had to be portals, and if you think swamps were easy to come by, oh, they were even harder because you go right to the edge of the land. You jump onto one of the rivers, and then you just sail, and it's just like this long run going all the way down the coast. If this land doesn't break soon, that means that the Blackwood Forest over here is all circling this mountain. It's probably going to be something wild like that. I know those eerie trees. Signs of a swamp. But I see signs that this is a shallow swamp. In case you're wondering what's so special about swamps right now that I'd still be interested in them, I still need tons of steel, iron, and that's because in the next section I need to make padded armor, and padded armor, the best thing to use, like the only thing to use is iron. Oh, the map is glitched, super glitched. Just from what it's reading, I can say that it's totally glitched. Or this thing is so shallow that there's a meadows right behind it. You don't know why I got so interested. That is a crypt. I'm just going to mark the spot on the map. And just for, by the way, in case anybody thinks that you only get one boss location on the entire map, no, that's not true. You get at least 2 or 3. And one of the hardest boss locations for me to ever come by was the location for the plains boss, Yudlig. Oh, that takes me back to a time of suffering like a person cannot believe. smartest thing I could do right now is actually run ashore and repair my boat. Oh no, it's not that bad. It just appeared to me to be very bad. Health up to max. You are passing the planes. Scariest part of our planes? It's not goblins, it's mosquitoes. I know somebody might be thinking that I'm talking about real life. No, I mean the planes. The worst thing from a planes is the mosquitoes. Those things can one-shot you no matter how strong you are. Right now, while I have this boost, this has happened to me a few times in the past where I oversailed. This isn't a minor one, this is a massive oversail. that did a lot of damage. That is because of the ultra high speed. I've been complaining about shallow swamps. This swamp is huge. At the speed I'm currently traveling at, sea monsters would actually lose me. So there's no stress about them at the moment. But with the strength of my hull, I believe sea monsters would actually sink my ship. The day count is a joke for me. 201 is nothing. I've surpassed 201 by leaps and bounds. In case anybody doesn't know the method to fight a sea beast, you come here, you let yourself on, and you fight. Yeah, there's no choice now. There has to be a land somewhere close by. Please tell me I decided to come through the right side. I have this bad itchy feeling that I'm going to see a plains. It's possible to cross the plains, but I don't want to have to cross the plains. Blackwood Forest, not a problem. Ice biome, not a problem. Plains, very big problem. The way I ran the show, you think that I was a master at sorry. You think I was a master at using a boat. Yes, the killer beast. What's that? The two most dangerous places to run aground: the swamps and the plains. 1 second, I just need to replace my earphones. Sorry about that. I'm just really struggling with these headphones. Yeah, sorry about that. Just gets crazy sometimes. the bane of all spirits, Frosnia. No, 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 that can't be. I just realized what a big mistake I made by leaving my boat where I left it. Bye bye. Come, boys. That thing, so yeah. It looks like planes. Everything looks like planes from a distance, ironically enough. This is Blackwood Forest. Looks weird. Whoa, that was close. I need to go and dump this in my other base quickly. I just realized I almost sunk my ship without being able to collect the items from it. One, two, three, four. I have another one of these at base. Now to sink the boat, collect the items, put it in here. Oh yeah, if you're ever gonna do what I'm doing and sink your boat so that you can keep it with you, make sure you destroy it from the mast. And the next ridiculous step is the moment you make it to land, store that ship somewhere else. The reason is simple. You've made it across a whole wide, vast expanse, like what I just did, and who knows how long it'll take you to get back there. If you think this is far, this isn't anything. I've traveled further. And yeah, it wasn't as difficult, but it definitely was more challenging than I expected it to be. Awesome. Previously, it was 3-8. Okay, just level up. Right. whether I find my last egg up on this mountain or not, this is the big mountain to climb. Right now, if one of those things catch me, I'm in so much trouble. Nope, I'm in even worse trouble. Should be dead. Not. Okay. I will not deny that wolves are brutal, but if anybody ever told me that wolves are the worst, I deny it. This is even worse. There's no higher spot to attack this boss from. And if you're wondering what I'm running up the slopes for, I'm actually looking for one more dragon's nest. Found it. Now I need a spot to build my base. And it looks like I've spotted okay spot. Their existing structure I'll tear down completely. Ooh. I'm lucky that this one wasn't starred. I have an idea on a way to kill Muda, which is going to be really painful for me. And it's going to take a lot of time. Okay, time for me to jump to my other base. The reason why I don't really mind doing this form of cheating is the same as using the portal. It's just that the portals have that limit on metal. This is not right. It should be here. I know I stored it up here, which is what's worrying me the most. That was tempting. Okay, so I don't know where my... I can't believe it. That's missing of all things. No, let's go. That's game. At the worst, I'll go through to one of my other bases and pick up resources. Yeah, this is I gave you the wrong place. I'm not really care about the fact that I went to the wrong base and the fact that I'm using those uh, portals, because those bases have ridiculous numbers of portals. I think I have almost 40 on that one server, and that server has crashed and I've had to recover it. It was the worst experience I ever went through when it came to recovering a save. So in this base, I'm actually going to make a wolf pen. Uh, Ironically enough, I'm going to kill everything except for 2-star wolves, and I'm going to breed them. But in order to do that, there I need boars, and I've already started taming a boar. I just need to see how far that boar has tamed. And in case anybody thinks about making the "I'm boring you to death" joke, I'd really enjoy it. So yeah, do it please. This looks so untidy. And there's onions in the end. Just so sad. If you only knew how hard it was to get that one boy here. Now it's time for me to go and look for you tonight. So there was once a comment that I received, right? And it was, it's so easy to find boars. All you've got to do is go look outside your base, right? So that's what someone told me. And ironically enough, I had made a pit around my base, similar to how I have the pit around my base this time. But there were so many boars in my pit that I literally could harvest boar meat anytime I wanted to. Should be one around here. Two! Yay! This is much better. you're kidding me. Two little piggies. Come here, Mr. Ball. Inside, inside. You need to go in. You know what? Forget it. I'll have some more meat. In case you're wondering why I'm just giving 111, if you put them in stacks, they eat the whole stack at a time, and you have to feed them stacks at a time, and that's a little bit too expensive for me. For the moment, that boar may be able to. You should have stopped attacking the walls by now. like I got raided. Yeah, I accidentally left my game running for about 3 hours. So yeah, it's quite possible that I got raided while I was away. I was busy with other things at the time, and I just left it with something. There should be almost 3 stacks of um, carrot seeds coming from this. And all of this is just to raise more boars. Well, most of it is just for the raising of boars. Okay, time to go get the tool to set these things in the ground. What will I replace? What will I replace? So yeah, here we go. Let's keep knocking in carrots until I reach where the turnips are. Then I just all of a sudden stop. Not like I'm gonna stop planting, it's just that I'm gonna stop at the carrots and start with the turnips. In reality, I did hydroponics for a while. I think a lot of people tried it, and mine was even prior to COVID. So I was actually doing it for a business model to do hydroponics, and it's kind of ironic because all of that was part of another project for myself for going to space. So ironically enough, if you can make things in hydroponics, which is way more difficult than it may sound. So yeah, so I was doing hydroponics and things like this, like carrots and stuff, are all doable with standard hydroponics. It's just that the materials that you have to use are crazy, and eventually I hit a snag. I ended up requiring mushrooms in order to grow my vegetables, and that's when things just went haywire because, in case anybody didn't know, peat moss, which is something which a lot of people will recommend as a growing substrate, is actually just mushroom um, heats that have died down. Heat isn't the right word. We call it hits. A mushroom block that has stopped its mycelium growth because all of the materials that it can extract are removed. So basically, it all becomes waste, and that's exactly what I used for hydroponics. And then someone showed me cocoa peat. So basically, the same version of what I was looking for, but from a coconut husk. And they said it was the same thing, and I said no, it isn't. And they insisted that it was, and the difference between the two is one comes out like a rubber when you use it correctly, and the other comes out like a powder that turns into sand after a while. Talking about farming stuff. I'm going in. Let me go deposit all of this upstairs. There's over 100 carrots being grown out there. Now the next thing I need to do is move those boars in here once I have enough of them. And considering where they are, it shouldn't be impossible. It's just going to be a very irritating task getting them over. Another one that's nearly 300. first things first, I need to plant onions. I need to see them. Onions are my lowest stock item. Oh yeah, I don't have to worry about them inside my base. They can't do any damage inside. Where I left the boars right now, they can do some damage, but not enough to warrant a threat. Now, don't laugh at me about this, but I've never seen a turnip in my life. Or I may have seen a turnip and I just don't know what a turnip is. I'd laugh at me, to be honest, even though I asked nobody to laugh at me. In other words, if you are laughing at me, just place a ha-ha in the comments. Doing things like this makes me miss my friend Lexi a lot. Oh man, that takes me back quite some time. If I ever were to go to the United Kingdom, it most likely would be to go and somehow find my old friend Lexi just to greet him after all this time in person. I have some idea where he is, to be honest. It's just that I need to take a trip over the oceans. So yeah, like what I'm saying about taking the boars in, I'll actually plant them around my base. And when I say plant them, I mean I'm going to drag them into my base. I'll make a pen for them inside the stone area. And then I'll just look after them there. They're probably not going to get any daylight, ironically enough. So yeah, one whole day of farming fills up a small little farm like this. I've had bigger farms. I've had way more massive farms. If I ever think about it, my most massive farm was what do you call those big things? A lox farm. On Let's Play, there's a lox farm there that's the moat around my base. that crazy. And it wasn't done unintentionally, it was actually done intentionally. Once I managed to put them in, I realized I could just leave a moat full of locks around my base and enjoy the chaos. And I did enjoy the chaos from it. It literally slaughtered everything that it possibly could. As I said, I'm not really care about it at the moment. I'm not even ready to go back and sort out that mini base that has to be built there. I have to tear everything down and then I have to restructure it with yeah, that demolition work isn't going to be fun. It's going to be demolish the entire base, reconstruct that base. Okay, so let's see, over here, I'm going to be pulling those guys over, so where am I going to pull them? Right here. Okay, this is doable. I just need to grab a stack of wood. Oh yeah, all these pillars are gonna come down as well, ironically enough. The moment I get enough iron, I'll take down all the pillars. That is my way of preventing the boss from escaping when it comes time. I'll be shocked if something else comes over right now while I'm building my wait, is there just one? You can laugh at this if you want, but this is the only way to get them to go where I want them to go. I know these pigs, they're just going to walk off the wall if I do what I did there. And in case anybody is wondering how I know, I've done this before. And I went almost crazy doing it. Oh, and trust me, you need to double it up. Even though they shouldn't be able to, they can somehow get out of it. getting there. That's how we do it. Now I can destroy all of this. Now I just hope that I can find some 2-star wolves in the ice biome. If you thought this was an ambitious project, 2-star wolves are that much worse. That's just another way of escaping all of this. So I'll leave this for now, and I'll end up putting about 100 small ones in there. Yeah, so basically I have to now go through the long step of breeding boars to get boar meat to tame wolves to kill the boss in the ice biome, because you can build huge armies of creatures, and provided you have the right type of creature, like for example what I'm talking about, 2-star, that's just going to eat a boss alive. In case anybody thinks that's a bad idea, it's actually not that bad of an idea, because I've done it several times over. Healthy, healthy, healthy. Oh, I got a baby. Heard the sound. There should be a little one in. Is it? Do you know what you are? Besides the little piggy. My favorite name for them is meat. Yeah, for now it's all in the center. As soon as that is cleared up, then I'll put another stack in the far corner. So for now, let me go and deposit the food upstairs. This is what the base is supposed to look like in that corridor. Just this one little section that I haven't touched yet. Oh, that reminds me, I have to go to the other farm. So, if anybody does remember, I have a farm running that's generating wood and stone. And one of the big catches for those farms is they eat through the structures that I put in. So I need to rest up and go back there, and I most probably am going to have to fight through tons of creatures. Kidding me? I think I did more damage than they did. That is a really low yield from this. If there was any place that I wanted to go AFK for a few hours, this would be it. Just too bad. The reason why going AFK here isn't so bad is it will just pile on. Man, that hurts. Oh yeah, the only reason why I haven't returned back to the Muda setup is pretty simple. The next thing for me to do is exactly what I'm doing to this place. Oh yeah, I found out what's causing the stutters. That's the new features for the new cards. And I don't have a new card, so too bad for me. DLS DLSS 4.0 or whatever it's called. It's it causes the game to stutter like crazy. What do I need to make the stone crafting table again? I might just take resources fresh to make it. 4 to 10. How long have I spent on 21 hour 48 minutes? Oof. This is all just to jump something over with a quick portal. It's really silly with the metals. I understand the importance of metal being so critical, but blocking it up by making you have to jump across a world. It's a bit pointless, if I have to be honest. I understood the reason for it. I even agreed with it somewhat. Okay, I totally agreed with it. In case anybody goes back on my stuff, there's the interview with Grimcore. You'll find out that I actually agreed with a lot of it. I asked some heavy questions. I asked if they're ever going to improve the graphics in the game, which is one of the bigger things that I was worried about. And they said no, it's actually staying the same. And yeah, this is just incredible. Ironically enough, there's only one gamer who actually, not gamer, one YouTuber who actually frequently uses Valheim as a benchmark, and it's a channel that I'm not really very fond of. And in case you think it's anything to do with LTT versus Gamers Nexus, no, it's nothing from that. I just never liked the opinions that Linus used to have. I found him to be a very what would be the right words to use? I found him to be a very inconsistent tech. Right, and you can be an inconsistent tech, there's nothing wrong with that. But if somebody finds you very inconsistent, it's really bad, because that means they're finding a sequence of problems with you. In case anybody is wondering if this is going to be a monster-sized base like any of my other bases, no, this is actually going to be real tiny. Well, some people might think it's still monster-sized, but it is going to be tiny. In terms of a spread, it's going to be even smaller than what I put up for picking up materials. So yeah, it's going to be that small. Fantastic, here we go. Oh yeah, I haven't yet... picked up the stuff. Yeah, this is one of the more weird designs for a base, right? It's only going to be 3 by, I believe, 4. 3 by 4, a nice front door for me to get in and out of, and on the side of the base will be a nice space for me to trap wolves. At night, you're actually going to see me let wolves in, and I'm going to lock myself in there for them to kill me. So yeah, it's not the best of ideas, but yeah, it's something that you have to try out eventually. I know that this episode is crazy long, and I've been trying not to do 2 hours unless it's a starter or a finisher, but it just so happened that this happened to be a 2 hour from me. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I honestly found the sailing to be really nerve wracking, and now in the end, I found uh, my plans really crazy. I actually don't think that this is a very smart plan, right? So yeah, you can hear that this doesn't really inspire confidence, but it's quite a good 3 by 4. So this is gonna be the wolf pen. And as I said, it's gonna be a 3 by 4 with a little door. You're kidding me. Should have dropped way more than one thing. Fucked. Oh. No, this isn't coming in here. And this is coming down. Oh, not enough. Oh, this is not a very good spot. There's a werewolf cave. So yeah, this is going to be... Actually, either side could be it, but I'll choose for myself. Because they're all going to drop this way, and then there's going to be the little sneak hole for me to come out of to shoot the boss, and I'm going to have to make a nice entrance and exit out of it. So yeah, that's going to be another story. Okay, let me move my stone cutting station first. That's the first thing that needs to move. Okay, so that's the start of this craziness. What madness drove him there? In case anybody is wondering what the partial quote was, it's what madness drove them in there. That's my little piece of Lord of the Rings that I like to quote. And only like to quote it when I'm having a tough time, ironically enough. I don't stress about much more. I can hear wolves already. You might be wondering, why did I go back for even more wood? I need even more wood than what I have. And I need stone, ironically enough. Once I finish putting up this base, you'll see how crazy it gets, because right now the same section I'm using to hide from the wolves is going to be the place I'm going to trap the wolves. if anybody does recall, I did say that this is a death trap. The reason behind it is I'm going to be going in there with wolves. So yeah, I'm going to be fighting T2 and T3 and T4 wolves. It's just going to be a nightmare. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, could you? This is a kill box. It's meant to be open, by the way. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't think I have enough space yet. You are not what I was looking for. Therefore, you can die. Now it might be looking a bit weird. That's because it goes straight up, out, and there's going to be a little box to contain my exit. Right now this is already safe enough. I can hear wolves. Let's see if I can at least trap my first wolf in here already before this night ends. Right now, I'm realizing I may have put the door on the wrong side. I might need to move it further out. Or I might have to draw out my stuff by two more uh, border levels out in order to make the. Now we have the wolves. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm going to the other base. I'm going to recover a little bit of stamina, and then I'm going to jump over to trap these wolves. That's R. That's 7. This will allow me to do that. Log out, log in. I do have a way to get back here, so that makes it safe enough. You can see how unfair the game was being. It waited for me to be totally out in the open bait before it let the wolves chase me. One star. That is bad. I forgot those things can actually break stone. Okay. That's enough for now. I think I'm pushing it a bit too far. I just realized I've passed the 2 hour mark. I'll bring you all in the next run when this is done, hopefully. And once again, I have another taming pen and another method for getting myself some real crazy boosts. So yeah, see you all then. Till then, have a good day. Bye for now.